Alright guys, welcome back to another episode of Kerbin Advanced Rocketry. Now you can see that I've updated to 25, but a few of the other mods were screwing up, like not really though, just a few of them weren't compatible and they were messing up the interface where you couldn't click buttons to go back from inside of the buildings or whatever. So I just basically started with a fresh install and reloaded the mods that have already updated, like mods that are already updated to 25.0. So I basically just updated to those mods only, and then it seems like a lot of the part mods are still work with no problems, except for KW Rocketry. I had some major issues with KW Rocketry, like the connect points were like floating away from the parts, so when you would connect them there would be this huge gap in between the parts, and it's just a big problem with KW Rocketry. And I read on the forums they're working on it, so we're not going to have any KW Rocketry tanks or engines, which is a lot of the ones I like to use, but I can still get by without them. I don't really need them. I've really cut back a lot on using the super big launchers anyway, so having the super large tanks, you can get away with doing a lot of that with just the regular stuff in the game. So I started me a new game, and let's get in here. And I've ran like one mission, I think, and then I took some contracts, did the first little few contracts just to open up some stuff. Put it on easy mode because I didn't want to go through the whole beginning again, the whole let's start over, I just was not feeling doing that again for like the 100th time. So I kind of just wanted to skip that part of the deal. Unlocked a little bit of the science already. Gave myself a generous budget, so basically we're starting a little bit ahead, and I need to hire a few more astronauts. I don't have actually I have one in orbit, which is Bill, I believe. Yeah, Bill. And we want to hire a few more. Let's go ahead and get these guys. Alright, I'm gonna get a second crew of 3. That's all we need for now. We're not gonna go all crazy with it. I've already started my first active strategy where I'm outsourcing my research a little bit, so I can get a little bit of extra research for every dollar that I for each dollar that I earn. So basically, we can get started there. Game is, whew, man, I can't tell you how great the game is freaking running. I mean, it is running so wonderfully. I mean, it is just buttery smooth. Some of the glitches that were in 24.2 with switching between the different buildings where you would see like the wrong screen sometimes for a second, that's gone. The effects for the engines are a lot better. The game looks a whole lot better, and I believe you can see the frame counter up here. It's basically running at 60 frames per second. I'm flipping from screen to screen, all these different things, and it barely just drops. It's 5960. It's right there. Now let's go in here, and I already have a rocket that I built yesterday, and I was going to work on launching a satellite because I have a few little well, first of all, I have to pull off a rescue mission because there's a guy stuck in orbit. I was going to do that, but I have the this little satellite pod, and I want to be able to get this out, to the moon, but I don't actually have. I believe there's a battery here, but the battery still is going to need some. I don't actually have the power generation unlocked yet. I have a lot of the components for the MKS because they seem to be early in the tech tree, but I don't actually have solar panels, so sending out missions far without having a huge amount of batteries on it is just not going to be an option right now. So what I'm going to try to do now is I'm going to try to pull off this basically I'm going to try to pull off this rescue mission, right? So I'm going to try to pull off this rescue mission and rescue this guy. Let's just go back and see where he actually is. What type of rocket am I going to need to reach him? The one I built yesterday just to achieve orbit probably could do it. Probably definitely could do it because I made it up there with the actual second stage. Yeah, I have fine print installed, so as you can see, fine print's working. You have all these different sites to explore, different things like that they want you to do. I believe flying around here, this trail, Let's see what we have here. We have one should be the guy, yeah, Bart Den Kerman. He's at 105. So let's see what we actually have here. 105, 103. So that I could easily make that. And I believe that this craft that is already there, yeah, I believe that the Juno is actually could pick him up because I believe it seats three or four. So I could just swing by and pick him up. But my rendezvous skills are kind of sucky. Yeah, this is an early test bed rocket, you know, just something to get the game started. As you can see, I'm using the basic components. I haven't even used this second stage, so no, it's not actually the right. It's not actually the right one. It's a single man. So I'm gonna leave him up here and try to gather some more science. And let's go ahead and EVA report. Keep that. And then I'm just look at this. It's in the green. It's running so smooth. And did you see how fast that loading screen went? Did you see that? It was literally like seconds for real. And I'm still running at 49, 50 frames per second. So that's basically that's buttery smooth. That's almost 60. So that's buttery smooth. Let's go ahead and grab the open transfer. What is this? Whoa. Whoa. Wow. I didn't even know that was in there. Sweet. Why did he switch like that? Did I change something? Electric charge, food, local oxygen, carbon. Wow, this is pretty sweet. This is like a whole nother. You can transfer. Oh, that's right. They said they were going to do the transfer. They said they were going to do the in-game transfer, so no more getting your Kerbals out and, you know, just transferring fuel, which I think should have been in the game. But, you know, I'm just happy, man. I mean, they seem like these guys they're pretty freaking sweet, man. You can't lie, man. Squad, as far as game makers go, even though I know they're not like a real game developer, they're just like an advertisement company that's making this game. I mean, dude, they seem like they're a lot better than some of these AAA companies. You know, it seems like they're let's take this data, store data, store data, store data, store data. All right. So they seem like they're wait. I thought I could have swore that I take data, store experiments. Wait. Not all items can be stored. Damn it. Well, I have no choice. He can't just stay out here, so I'll just lose that little bit of science. Yeah, but I mean, these guys, they really seem like they really are passionate about this game, which I am really passionate. I basically made my entire YouTube channel just to play this game and post videos of it because I love it so much. So, you know, let's go get around here to the daylight side. I can't rescue the guy with this actual rocket, so I'm probably just going to go ahead and take this guy back, gather the science that I have. And we'll see how that works out. Man, I can't believe it's just running so smooth. It's definitely running a lot smoother. I mean, I don't know if they're putting into optimization already, but I haven't had a chance to really just play around with the new features like blowing up the buildings, which I don't plan on doing because I watched a few of the videos and they say that you're basically, it costs insane amount of money to fix those buildings. So I don't think I will be playing with messing up and dropping stuff on there just to see what happens. I don't think I want to see what happens. You know, with the budget. So I'm definitely probably not going to be doing that, but who knows. This is Kerbin Advanced Rocketry. So let's go back to the Space Center. And we're getting a few frames. It drops here, but it's switching out and it's loading the screen. So it's loading the scene rather, so I could understand that. But let's see, it jumps right back up as soon as the scene is loaded. So I mean, I can't really say that that's a you know, a screw up or anything like that. I mean, I mean, look how fast it's loading. I mean, look how fast it's loading. I mean, I remember before it used to take 30-40 seconds to load a scene. So I could definitely see that. So we definitely need to We might have to pull off a little gathering science out on the runway action here, even though I don't think that's going to give us enough to, um, yeah, I don't think that's going to actually give us enough to unlock anything. We're going to definitely have to pull off a mission, which let's go ahead and see what we could actually do here. I believe that I could pull off a lot of these test Rockomax solid booster landed, which is always easy. Test Rockomax branded coupler landed. So basically we could just put a bunch of this stuff on a radial decoupler. So basically we can test 2 decouplers, a booster. Yep, 2 decouplers, a booster. We'll rescue him later. That's in orbit. Achieve orbit around the moon. Okay, so basically test fungi, telescope, optics, orbiting Kerbin. So we could actually launch the little telescope and test it, and that will give us a decent amount of science. I don't actually think that we have enough to keep it alive for long. We definitely have to throw a bunch of batteries on it, but let's go ahead and see. Where is the telescope? I know it's here in science. It's in science, yeah. Well, we could definitely launch that. Yeah, we definitely could launch that. The problem I have is that we don't have any way to generate power right now that's affordable. I believe we do have a generator that runs off carbonite, but I don't actually have any. Yes, I don't actually have any. And there's a huge, yeah, this thing is 35,000 though. This is like a power distribution unit, and it's basically going to give you power. 1.7 a minute. Command unmanned. So manned, it has to be manned. So it's basically a reactor, and it'll give you a lot of power, but I can't see that being viable to basically just use to launch a piece of a space telescope, a whole reactor. And it's 35,000. So I don't think, whoa, 35,000 orbital refinery. 35,000. Ooh, these prices are pretty steep on these OKS parts. So we're definitely going to have to go a different route than that. We're probably going to try to pull off a remote rescue. Yeah, we're probably going to try to pull off a remote rescue. And man, I just love going to different screens now. It used to be a pain. You never wanted to switch screens, but now it's just moving so fast you can't really complain at all. Not at all. At least I'm not going to. What do we have here? What do we have here? Where is... That is the parts for that. Alright, so we don't actually have... And we need this power generation, so we need at least 90 science. At least 90 science, because these little panels, you could do a lot with those. You can't really be mad about that, so... Yep. So a lot of the part mods are working. I think we're going to try to just pull off maybe the rescue. Yeah, we could probably try to pull off the rescue. Yep, I think that's what I'll try to do. I'll try to pull off the rescue with an unmanned... Wait, I think I already have something built. I don't want to go through that. Autosave ship. The Juno. Let's go with the Juno. She's only 24,000. And I also turned on the use of the stock craft because I really want to get a chance to look at the stock craft. And I think I might do that in this video. I'm just going to... Well, you know what? I think I want to just do like a little showcase. We've all seen a rescue before. We've all seen rocket launches, stuff like that. So I'm going to go ahead and jump into the sandbox mode.